Welcome to Flash CS6 Tutorial 15 Random Question Test Part 2. It's a follow-up to Tutorial 14, which was Random Question Test, and that's what I have opened on my computer. We now want to put the action code in to allow us to progress through these questions. Click that action script, open the actions panel, and copy that. Right click, copy it all. Back to the timeline, right in line with this question bank 1 on the actions layer, insert a blank keyframe, open the actions panel, paste this in. We don't need the stop here, delete that and select there, use my arrow key, and I want to do the two buttons. So if I unlock my layers, select this button, the true one, the true button, open the properties panel, copy this. Copy. Go back to the actions panel. Oops, I gotta select the frame first. And in here, paste that button, paste. And copy this little bit of section here. Right click, copy. Paste it in here. And paste it in here. And this time when we press on that button, we want to go to QUBK2. Okay. And we want to make the same code right now for the false button. If I click the false button, I can get the name here, or I can could have just copied and pasted. Okay. I know it's called false. So go back to the actions panel. Select all this, copy it, couple enters, paste it, and make this false, F-A-L-L-S-E, make this false, copy this, paste it in here, and let's paste it in here and just see if we got any errors and see if that works. Control test movie test. This takes me to BK1, and then either of these should take me to 2. Okay, so now I'm going to copy this whole thing. Right click, copy it. I'm going to go for question bank 2, right click, insert a blank keyframe, open the actions panel, and paste this in. And this will be question number 2. This will be question 2. This will be question 2. And this will send me to number 3. And this will be false, and I think it's called false A. But I just want to check, so I'm clicking this here. If that didn't highlight for you, make sure your frames are unlocked. Click on this one, and it is called false A. So go back to that actions layer. So it's going to be here, false. This will be a 2 here. And this will be a. This will be a 2 here. This will be a 2 here, and an A here, and an A here. This is going to send me to question 3, and because I have 3 false answers, I got to copy this. Copy, couple enters, paste it in place, and make this a B. Make this a B, make this a B. And again, we're going to go to number 3. Click at the end here. You should still have the copy. Paste it. And this is going to be C. 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 And I'm going to give this a quick try. Control, test movie, test. This time I'm going to press the other one, the false one, and either one of these should take me to number 3. Okay, I think you can follow that procedure. I'll do a couple more, then I'll get back to you. I'm going to do these last 2. So in line for question 6, insert a blank keyframe, open the actions panel. I still have that copy, paste it. There's only 2 answers, true and false. So I only need 2 here. I don't need this, all this B and C thing. I can delete them. This is going to be for bank 6. So this is going to be 6. This will be 6. This will be 6. This will be 7. I don't need the A. So just delete that. This is going to be a 6. This is going to be 6. I don't need the A. This is a 6. Don't need the A. And this is going to be 7. And I'm going to try it. And like I said, if it doesn't work, don't go any further. And each time you try, you want to try something different, one of the different patterns. I'm going to go with the false this time. I never did this one here. I'm up at 3. I'm up to 4. I'm up to 5. I'm up to 6. And I'm up to 7. So now all I got to do is the 7. Insert a blank keyframe. Again, true, false. So I'm going to just copy this one. Open the actions panel. Copy this. It's just true, false. Copy that. Go back to this blank keyframe, open the actions panel, paste it in. Instead of 6 to 7, this is going to be a 7, 7, and I think it's called game over, that frame right here. If I click there, open the properties panel, test over. Test over. So I'm back at the actions panel. So in here it's going to be test over. Capital T-E-S-T, capital O-V-E-R. Ooh, I have my cap locks on. Capital T-E-S-T, capital O-V-E-R. I'm going to copy that and paste it in here. And this got to be made a 7. This got to be made a 7. And this got to be made a 7. And I believe I have it right. Now there's one more thing I need to do before I test it. Is if I send it to that frame test over, which is right here, I'll still see this here information. So I got to unlock all the layers, lock all the layers, unlock this quiz layer, select this last frame, insert a blank keyframe. That all disappears. Pick up your text tool, make sure static text is selected, and I got a green font, that doesn't matter. And in here, T-E-S-T-O-V-E-R, test over. Now I'm just going to show you one at a time, starting here, what I have in the action panel. So if you, I just want to give you a look at this. This is for number 4. This is what's in action for question 5. This is what I have for question 6. Just a true and a false, basically. And this is what I just did for number 7. Now let's test it. And we should go through. There's round 1. Now we're on question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5, question 6, question 7, and game over. And I got to get rid of this. And that's very simple. That's right here. If I go to the top here, see it right there. That's this one here. I just got to insert a blank keyframe there, and that's gone. Good. Now let's work on some kind of a scoring system. All my layers are locked. I'm selecting frame 1 of the actions layer, open the actions panel, and after this stop, put a couple of enters, and I need to make a variable. Type. I'm going to put a space at the end of it. A variable is just a place to keep information. VAR turns purple. Points, I'm calling it, capital POINTS, colon, number, capital NUM. And as you're typing it in, a drop-down menu will appear. And if the word number is selected, you can just hit enter. Equals 0, semicolon. So that's the values we're going to keep track of. And we need to have them points incremented to some value each time we get a true answer. So go back to the timeline, open up bank 1, and in here put an enter and type this. Points, that's that variable we just made, equals points plus 20 semicolon. So on our true answers, we're going to add 20 each time we get a true answer. Copy that. Go to the next one. The true answer is on top here. This is the true one, meaning the correct one. Paste it in. Go to here. The top one is the true one. Paste it in. And I'll do this one more with you. Not the false ones. I want the true ones. Paste it in and do the remainder of them on the true button, the button that is labeled true. I'll just do this one here, for example. Begin right here and paste it in. Once you have it like that, you can click this format and that'll straighten it out for you if you want. Auto format right there. Okay, I'm going to do the other 3 or 4 and get back to you. So I have all my true buttons done. Now, make sure all the layers are locked. Select this quiz layer, insert a layer, call it points, P-O-I-N-T-S. Select this in line with question 1. Insert a blank keyframe. Go over here, get your text tool, make a little text box right here. Let's make one little right here for a minute. Open the properties panel. Make sure dynamic text is selected. Click here, dynamic text. I got the 15 points. I'm using black. And we got to give it a name. I'm calling it points underscore txt. That's its name. Select the actions layer that is in line with that points. And right here, under this points, enter, type this in, type, points underscore text, that's that box we just made, period, T-E-X-T, these are all small letters, this will turn blue, equals, quotation mark, U space made space a space score space of space, close quotation, so that's going to be written just as you see it, plus the word points, which is these 20, means add that to this line, quotation, period, close quotation, semicolon. So as we increment the score, whatever the score is, this will write out, you made a score of 20. So copy this line. Go to this one. Enter it. Paste it in. Next one. Paste it in. I'm going to do all these. It's better than stopping and starting in my case. Paste it in. Oops. Paste it in. Getting there. Paste it in. Oops. Now let's test it. Hopefully no errors. And I want to click the right answers. Halifax is capital, true. And I got a score of, and I don't see, of 20. So it means my text box is not long enough. So come back to the timeline. That's this point. Click right here and make this longer. So pick up your selection tool. Make it longer here. Make it longer here. Control. Test movie. Test. True. You have a score of 20 because I got the first one right. I got a score of 40 because I got it right. This is a rectangle. 60. Lord of the Rings. 80. This is a triangle. That's a rectangle. This is false. There's 100. This is red. True. 120. And this is false. 140. I have 7 questions times 20 is 140. So that could be your basic quiz without any randomness. Now, it's not normal that you see your results after every question, but right now I'm just using that to make sure that my system is working. When we're finished, we're going to make sure that this text box doesn't get seen until you get to this final frame here. We're going to remove it from all this, but it's a good way to keep track of my score, to make sure my score is working. Again, I want to keep these tutorials short, so there's going to be a follow-up. It'll be Flash CS6 Tutorial 16 Random Question Test Part 3. I suggest you save this FLA if you're going to do this. If you're going to do this next tutorial. Hope you learned something from this video, and I hope you use what you learn.